Hey there drone fans, Rick here again from Drone Valley. In today's video, I'd like to show you a brand new Drone Valley product that I think you're going to really like because it solves the problem of charging all of your thirsty portable devices while you're out in the field. And this whole project started about 6 months ago with the Skydio 2 battery. I was incredibly frustrated that it was difficult to charge that Skydio 2 battery when I was out in the field flying. Now, I love the Skydio drone. It's a fantastic product. They're a company that really is on the leading edge of a lot of cool technology, and they were also the first company to release a really big battery that you could charge through a USB-C port. The challenge was you needed 65 watts of charging energy to charge that battery. So conventional car chargers and home chargers would not charge that battery. So I had to drag my home charger out in the field. Luckily, I have an inverter in the truck, so I'd plug it in there. But it was a real headache to charge the battery. So I sat down with the team and I said, look, I want you to build me, or find one, a 65 watt car charger that had PD connectivity, power delivery connectivity, that I could just simply plug into my Skydio and start charging the batteries. Or I could use the hub and charge the batteries. So we went on a hunt to look for a 65 watt car charger that would do the job. And there were a lot of car chargers in the market that claim to be 65 watts, but when you look into the details, what a lot of companies will do is they'll blend all of the power available at every port together into one number. So when you see a 65 watt car charger and it has multiple ports, a lot of times they're actually splitting that between the output ports. So you can't actually draw 65 watts out of a single port. So I challenged the team and I said, build me or find me a car charger that I can simply plug into my car, use a USB-C cable and plug it into the Skydio and start charging it. So that was my litmus test for what I'd be happy with. So we spent about 3 months working with our manufacturers, arguing politely, but discussing, how do we get a 65 watt car charger? There was a lot of confusion around, well, we already have those. No, you don't really have those because you've got multiple ports. And as I've explained, I need 65 watts out of one port and I want it to be PD. I want it to adhere to the power delivery standard because I not only want to charge my Skydio batteries, but since then the Mavic 3 came out, I've got a Mini 2, I've got a ton of other products, smart controllers. I want to be able to charge all of those and I need a PD charger to do that. So after about 3 months, we had a couple of beta prototypes that we brought in, we were tested and they were working great and everybody was pretty happy. We were ready to go into production. But as often happens, I got greedy and I said, okay, I've got one port now that can charge 65 watts. Can we add 2 more ports that'll charge at 30 watts between them? In other words, I want 65 watts out of that one port, and I want the other 2 ports to be able to charge at least 30 watts so I can charge 2 more devices off the same charger. We had to go back to the drawing board because when you're looking at a car charger, there's 2 things to keep in mind. The power output, which is really important. So in this case, 65 watts for the PD port, and then 30 watts between the other 2 ports. But the second thing that's super critical, and this is what a lot of car chargers miss, and even home chargers, is that there has to be brains inside that charger that will recognize what's plugged into that port and make an adjustment to send the right amount of current and the right amount of voltage to that device to safely and quickly charge it. A lot of the car chargers out there cannot recognize PD devices or QC or quick charge devices. They're sort of just throwing 5 volts at 2.5 amps at a product, and that's where they land. I wanted one that was smart enough on the PD port to recognize the PD that this needed, to negotiate the right voltage to charge it quickly. And I also wanted those other 2 ports to be PD on one of them, USB-C, and QC on the other, because there's a lot of quick charge devices out there in the market that use a standard full-size USB-A. So the team got pretty upset. They're like, look, man, we've been working on this for 3 months. Like, we're changing everything now. And I'm like, that's what it's got to be. I want a charger that's got 3 ports, one of them 65 watts PD on its own. The other 2 can share 30 watts. And that's exactly what they designed. So we've gone through a bunch of prototypes on this, and I'm happy to say this is the final product, and it's a magnificent product. So on the one end, you'll find one of the ports that's PD, that's labeled 65 watts. You can plug a standard USB-C cable in there and charge to your heart's content, and I'll show you that in a minute. But below it, you'll find a USB-A, which is a quick charge port, and another USB-C below it that'll share 30 watts between them. Now here's the thing, there's a dual brain in there, there's a dual controller in there, which means that 65 watt port is going to check whatever you plug into it, whether it's your Skydio or something else, and make the adjustments, because every one of these products requires a different voltage and current to safely charge it. So having the smarts in there to recognize what product it is and charge it safely and efficiently is really important. And that works really well. The other 2 share one controller, which means if I plug something in that can quick charge, it'll adjust for that quick charge. The problem is it can't adjust for two different devices, so that bottom controller will only let one of those two ports be either quick charge or PD. If you're plugging two devices in, it's going to drop down to standard 5 volts at 2.5 amps, which is plenty of current to charge most things. But the cool thing about this is I can plug my Skydio into the top port, quick charge those batteries, while I plug my controller in, my Mavic 3 batteries into the other port, and quick charge them both at the same time. So when I'm in my car now, I plug that into my cigarette lighter. I've got one cable running to my Mavic 3 hub. I'm quick charging those batteries while I have my smart controller plugged into another port, and I'm quick charging that at the same time. Now, if I decide I need to charge my phone, I can plug that into the third port, but then those two bottom ports drop down to standard charging, which is still okay for me, but I love the fact that I've got that much power to the unit. And let me tell you, that was no small feat to build the brains and the power inside that controller, and we spent a lot of time with those manufacturers, going through different prototypes, talking about the engineering behind it and the technology behind it. And as often happens, you may see other chargers in the market that look like this because the company that builds the electronics doesn't necessarily build the housing. They have another company that manufactures the housing, so they'll take the electronics, they'll custom design those to fit inside of a housing. So you may see other chargers that look like this in the market. I'm not sure they've got the dual controller inside of them that actually make those decisions like I've mentioned. So this is the product. Again, it's got a metal piece down here, so it's great for heat dissipation. It'll get the heat off there because this is going to get a little bit warm when you operate it. It's got cooling fans on the bottom. That was really important for us. Some of the earlier prototypes didn't have that. The bottom got a little warmer than I like, so we added the cooling fins down there. And that way, when the electronics are working, there's a way to evacuate that warm air from that heat that's generated as they operate. The top is clearly labeled with a USB-C on the top, a USB-A middle piece right there, and then the USB-C on the bottom. So you can't make a mistake with it, and I think it's a wonderful charger. All right, let me show you how it works. So I've got a beautiful EcoFlow portable power bank over here. I'm going to use this and pretend this is my outlet in my car, and I'll plug the charger in right here. Now, the minute I plug the charger in and turn this on, it's ready to rock and roll. I got to put my glasses on so I can actually see this because I'm going to use a current meter here. Now, to demonstrate this, I'm going to start by connecting up the Skydio. That's the only thing I cared about in the beginning. And what this does, this little Klein Tools, is it checks the current that's actually flowing through it and the voltage that's flowing through it, because I want to show you that it can actually deliver 65 watts. So let me plug into that 65 watt port. Yep, I'm in the right one. Oh, let me plug this in, sorry. I'll plug the Klein in first because it's in series with it. So I plug the Klein in, I'll plug this into the USB-C output, and I'll plug that into the Skydio. Now, the minute I do that, the charger itself starts working. It's checking the batteries to see what's going on over here. It's making adjustments as needed to give you the best possible voltage and current over here, and you can see it's charging. Now, here's the interesting thing. It's charging at 20 volts because the battery's pretty low. 20 volts at 2.92 amps. And I'm drawing 64 watts out of the EcoFlow. So it's showing you that that one port is delivering 65 watts of power or energy to the batteries over here to actually charge those batteries. And that was all I needed initially. I just wanted it to be able to charge the Skydio, and I was tickled silly that they actually designed that. But then I took it a step further and said, like I'd mentioned, I need those other two ports to recognize QC or PD. Help me with that. So let's plug in a controller. Let's say, for example, you want to charge a controller while you're at it. So there's another USB-C. I plug that in. Here's my controller from my Mavic, because a lot of times I'll fly a bunch of different drones when I'm out, and I'll plug that in. It takes a second for it to adjust. It's thinking about what it needs to do, and then it's going to start charging this guy. And look, it's fast charging that one. So I'm delivering 65 watts here, and I'm delivering a fast charge to the controller because I have only those two ports being used. Now, if I plug the third device in, this would drop down to a standard charge, but that's okay because I want to charge my phone and my controller. But driving along the road and having my Skydio charging and a controller charging at the same time is a home run for me. Now, let's pretend for a second that you're a fan of the Mavic 3. I fly that as well. I love that quad. It's been a challenge to find a car charger that can actually charge the batteries in the hub, because this requires, again, 65 watts of power minimum to charge these batteries. So I'll plug it into the side. I'll lay this down so you can actually see what's happening there. But when I plug that in, it takes a second to adjust to see what's going on. And boom, it jumps up to 17.5 volts at about 3 amps. And again, I'm drawing about 60 watts out of that unit there. And you can see that these are quick charging. They're not just slow charging. See how rapidly that's moving along? It's actually fast charging those batteries. So that 65 watt port can charge your Mavic 3 batteries in the hub. It can charge your Skydio. Now, I wonder what happens if I plug in a controller while I'm fast charging those batteries. Well, I already know what's going to happen. You'll see that they'll still continue to fast charge. Look here. This thing's making the adjustment, and it's fast charging. So essentially, you can be flying a Mavic 3 out in the field, charging your batteries in the car, charging your controller in the car while you're driving between locations, which is a home run. Now, what if you've got the smart controller? Well, that's drawing a lot of current. Let's see what happens there. I'll plug it in here, again, USB-C. The minute I plug that in, it's going to make the adjustment, figure out what's going on with the charger. I don't know if you can see that or not, but it's fast charging that as well. So if you're flying the Mavic 3 with a smart controller, any drone with a smart controller, it'll actually fast charge the batteries and fast charge the controller. Now, I also own a lot of smaller Mavics, like the Mavic Mini or Mini 2, and I'll plug that in here. Watch what happens there. I'm actually fast charging these batteries, and I'm fast charging these batteries as well. So whether you're flying the Mavic 3, the Mavic 2, the Mavic Mini, the Mavic SE, the Mavic Air 2, Mavic Air 2S, any of the DJI drones, just plug them in and charge to your heart's content. Now, just one comparison. This is another one. I'm not going to name the brand of it, but this was a company we were working on with originally on a charger. Not a big fan of the way this thing set out because it was really big and hunky, but I thought about it and I said, yeah, you know, I don't like the form factor, but if you can build it where I can get that 65 watt port and 2 other ports that'll charge at 30 watts, I'll probably go with it. And they delivered this to us as a prototype. Now, watch what happens when I plug these guys in. First of all, you're gonna guess already that it's not gonna charge the 65 watts, and it actually doesn't. So let me plug in the Skydio and show you. It failed the Skydio test, and we spent weeks and weeks with this company trying to get them to adjust this to a 65 watt true output. So I plugged the charger in. Let me plug it into the Skydio. Actually, let me measure the current while I'm doing that, just as a sort of a giggles here. I haven't done that in a while. So I plugged that in, same as I did before. Let me plug this into the Skydio. The minute I plug it into the Skydio, it's trying to make the adjustment to charge the Skydio, and it's thinking about it, and all of a sudden it says, nope, I can't do it. It can deliver 5 volts. It's drawing 0 current. It's drawing 0 current out of there because the charger realizes that's way too big a charge. It's demanding way too much current for me. I can't possibly deliver that current, so I'm not going to do anything. It's just going to sit there and heat up your car. And that frustrated us. Now, I'm going to be fair and say that if you've got a 40 watt charging device, it'll charge that. So for example, if I want to charge the Mini 2 batteries, I'm pretty sure it's going to charge this just fine. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so smaller quads, well, it's charging it slow too, because it's only charging it at 5 volts. So it can't even recognize the fact that this needs a PD charge. And again, I'm picking on them because you're going to see a lot of these in the market in that form factor that are labeled 65 watt chargers. And what they mean is all of these ports together deliver 65 watts, not a single port. And to charge these bigger, thirstier devices, you definitely need a charger that can deliver 65 watts. So we're going to put this together as a couple of different kits because I know a lot of people out there have cables. They don't need extra cables. But, you know, in case you do need cables, we have a kit with the cables. So let me get some of this stuff out of the way and explain it to you. So for starters, the charger itself, we're gonna offer that as just the charger. So if you've got cables, you can get the charger and run with it. The only thing I will warn you about is that, not warn you, but caution you, is that the cable between here and the actual drone or whatever you're charging has to also be able to handle 65 watts. And a lot of the USB-C to USB-C cables out there aren't rated for 65 watts. So make sure you've got a heavy duty cable if you're just gonna buy the charger. But if you need the cable, we're gonna offer the charger, the cable, which is a heavy duty PowerFlex Drone Valley cable. We designed these ourselves to handle at least 65 watts. That's gonna be a powerful cable for you. That comes with the second kit. And then in addition to that, you may want to charge other things. So you'll plug the USB-C into the charger, and then the other end is a USB-C. So you can charge an Android phone with it like this. You can charge your controllers with it. You can charge, if you've got other other tablets you want to charge that are USB-C, you're good to go. But if you've got an Apple product like I do, this won't work. You need an adapter. So we're including an Apple adapter in there that plugs on the end of this and allows you to plug it into your phone and charge your phone. So you can actually charge the Apple devices. We're also including an older micro USB connection in case you've got something older that uses a micro USB connection, like the other power banks for the Mini, I think in the Mini SE, have a micro USB on it. So that's included as well. And then the third adapter we're building in is on this end, you may want to use a USB-A charger with this cable. So we're also including a USB-C female to USB-A male, which allows you to use this middle connection. So with this cable, it's sort of the Swiss Army knife of connections. You can make all the connections you need. Now with that kit, just to make it nice and neat for you, because this is a bit of a mess here to kind of carry all the stuff around, and I'm worried you're going to lose those little adapters in your bag when you throw them in your backpack. We're also including a really nice Drone Valley case. This is brand new, and we're going to start offering these as part of the Drone Valley Crew program coming up, but we're going to include the case. So you're going to get the charger, the cable, the adapters inside this beautiful little pouch that you can use for all of those little small things that you're going to lose when you're out there in the field. So we're going to offer the second set as this kit right here. So if you want to just get the charger, we got just the charger, but if you want the whole charging kit, which is pretty much going to outfit you to charge everything that you see on the table, you can use this. Now, one final thing I will mention about this charger, which I think is incredibly cool, and hadn't thought about it, uh-oh, somebody's talking to me, is this. I'll plug that in. Now watch this.
Something went wrong.
Uh-oh.
Please try again.
My goodness, she's yelling at me. The next thing is your laptop. I thought to myself, well, wait a minute, my laptop can charge off of 65 watts. I wonder if I can charge my laptop off this baby. And sure enough. Now, I don't know if you can see it or not, but right now my laptop is charging, and I'm drawing a full 65 watts out of that car charger. So when I'm in the field and I'm trying to negotiate editing things and did I get the right shot and want to look at it on my laptop, the battery can go down and I want to charge it in the car. Well, now I've got a charger that can charge everything I need when I'm out in the field, my cameras, my drones, everything I've got, and my laptop. So I think it's a perfect charger. I don't think you need bigger than 65 watts. Now, we're working on a larger one just in case, but everything nowadays seems to be getting bigger and thirstier, and batteries are gigantic. This will take care of pretty much everything you're flying today, your portable gear, your laptop, your Switch, if you're using one of those video games out in the field, will charge off this charger. And that's pretty much all I had for today. So thank you so much for watching. If you have any questions about anything I've covered today, just drop those in the comments below and I'll get back to you and answer your questions. These are available already on the website. We've got them up on Amazon as well. Plenty of them in stock. We ship every day from New Jersey. I can get them out to you right away. You'll have them in a couple of days and then be out there in the field and charging all of your portable devices. And I love designing products like this, so I hope you guys appreciate these clips, because when I find a problem that I get frustrated about around technology, I sit down with the team, and they don't always like me. Sometimes they're like, Rick, you're way too crazy with these demands. But I sit down with the team and say, here's what we need. Let's go build it. We work with the manufacturers. We put it together. Then we offer it up for you. We stand behind everything we sell, so if you ever have a problem or a question later on, we'll be here to take care of it. So thanks again for watching, and until next time, happy flying.